A minority leader in Parliament, Ayine Idrisu, has described the Chief Justice's petition to the General Legal Council to investigate a statement made by former Deputy Attorney General Dominic Ayine at a CDD event last month as an attack on freedom of speech. Addressing a media briefing in Parliament House, Mr. Idrisu warned the petition undermines Ghana's democracy and the right to free speech. Dr. Ayine told the CDD forum last month that the Supreme Court failed to apply the country's laws in its rulings during the 2020 election petition, prompting the referral. Mr. Idrisu says Dr. Ayine was exercising free speech and is thus urging the Chief Justice to reconsider his referral to the General Legal Council.
We in the minority find the invitation to be in utter bad faith and meant to be an attack on free speech on Parliament as an institution and also as an affront to democratic and academic freedom. This invitation must also be seen to be an attack on freedom of expression, and it's only deepening growing concern about the creeping culture of silence in our country, which is gradually lingering its ugly head on our democratic dispensation, and therefore a grave threat to the sustenance of democracy in our country. In our view, Dr. Ayine was speaking as Member of Parliament, Chairman of the Subsidiary Legislating Committee of Parliament, and not only as a lawyer. I emphasize, he's Member of Parliament, he's Member of Subsidiary Legislation Committee of Parliament, and Chair of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee of Parliament. He has a duty and responsibility as Member of Parliament and Chairman of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee of Parliament to speak to the public on matters of public interest, as he did at the forum on the presidential election petition and its impact on Africa's democracy. Why must the tangential fact that he's a professional lawyer deprive him of his right to free speech, I ask? First, as a citizen of Ghana, secondly, as Member of Parliament, and thirdly, as Chairman of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee of Parliament. Probably even if he made these comments on the floor of Parliament, he would have been covered by privilege. And therefore, it would also raise a question whether his privileges are not being disrespected if he was speaking in his capacity as Chairman of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee. The Chief Justice's position, in our view, is an infringement of Dr. Ayine's right to free speech on all scores and intended to render him ineffective as a representative of the constituency and as Chairman of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee of Parliament.